Welcome back in on Kansas Sports Chatter. It's time now for our Stripes and Whistles with Kansas referees segments. This is our opportunity to maybe get more clarification on certain rules. We're going to talk with referees, officials, and umpires throughout the season and kind of get their view on different aspects throughout the sport. And today we bring in Jennifer Fitzpatrick. She's can I say longtime official? Like, how long have you been officiating volleyball, Jennifer?
23 years, I believe.
23, so you're a veteran at this. And the big reason I wanted you to come on, because Keisha came out recently about the multiple contact rule, Jennifer, and I'll read it verbatim. Is teams are now allowed multiple contacts on the second hit, such as a mishandled set, if the ball is next contacted by a teammate. And I think for a lot of people that follow volleyball a lot, Jennifer, that's probably pretty clear. But let's go ahead and start at the beginning. What is that multiple hits, and where does it come into play in volleyball?
Multiple hit contact rule is basically you can hit it off one hand, off another hand, and then it can go. It no longer makes you play it off both hands at the same time. You can't hit it with one arm and then reach over and hit it with another arm. That's still not legal. But what it's done is make it so that some of our girls that are a little bit younger have a little trouble with keeping their hands together. And I think it's going to allow for more flexibility for kids to try to use their hands.
So I guess the obvious question is, that still count as one hit though?
It does.
Okay.
So you can technically do it on the first hit over on a pass. That's been that way for several years now. And now you can do it on the second. And
Okay,
it still only counts as two hits.
Okay, so how big of a rule change is that for not only officials but players as well?
I would have told you at the beginning of the season when it came out and I saw that we were changing it, this was going to be a disaster area. It has not been. I think it's been a good change. I did 3 jamborees and I've done a weekend tournament in Hayes and a triangular last night in Hoisington. And I have called in all of that. One time have I had to call somebody sending it over the net on the 2 hits. And otherwise, it's really allowed the girls to play.
So the big part of that, the multiple hit, it has to go to a teammate after that multiple hit?
That is correct. It cannot go across the net. So if it's on the second hit and the setter takes it and she doesn't have her hands together and does a 2 hit and it goes across the net, then it is illegal. Then you call 2 hits.
Okay. Have you seen this rule in play in different parts as far as maybe different states or different areas? Is Kansas kind of now with a lot of others, or is this fairly new?
I think this is the first year in high school that it's been done. I'm pretty sure on that. It's been done in college for a while now and allowed that. So tends to filter down to us.
As far as the multiple hit contact goes, Jennifer, I mean, because we've always seen it with the blocks, right? That's always been allowed as far as if there was an actual
Correct.
block. Okay.
Correct. That is correct.
So for now, with this basis, I mean, have you seen this for a while coming as far as maybe making it easier for everybody in the sport?
I was a little surprised we got it as quick as we did. I think the multiple contacts on the first hit over the net, that was a big change. I was a little surprised we saw this as early as we did, since the college hasn't been doing it very long. But I would have to be honest, I think it's probably a necessary change.
Any other rules in volleyball that kind of stick out that I think maybe fans have a misconception of, or maybe a little bit confusing for them?
None that are vastly different this year. One thing you might see, this is different this year. Your second referee, your down official does not have to have a lineup card legally. Most of them, I think, still will, but they don't have to, and they can keep track in their mind. I don't know that I'm in favor of that. I'll probably keep my lineup card forever, but
right.
That's probably the second biggest change this year.
Good stuff. All right. I appreciate the clarification, Jennifer. Appreciate your time.
No problem.
That is Jennifer Fitzpatrick, a volleyball official with over 20 years of experience and helping us out here on Volleyball Chatter.